Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am.
தெரியும் சார்.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
He's tall one.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, sir.
ये तो आपकी गली में रहता है ना। हाँ शब्द
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am. 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 Good evening, ma'am.
चलो मैं
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am. Sir. Good evening. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
गुड इवनिंग
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, sir. A very good evening to our dear friends and grandparents on this lovely February evening. On behalf of all the students of Class 1, I would like to extend a heartiest welcome to each and everyone present here. We are delighted to stand before such an august gathering. This year, Jashri Bachpan is stands the return of the year when we at Delhi Public School celebrate childhood. These are the memories that we will treasure and keep into all the way throughout our lives. Now, we are going to pay tribute to Lord Ganesha. May all human beings live in harmony with nature and other forms of life. May the truth prevail, may the darkness of ignorance be swept away by the dawn of self-realization.
दैवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि प्रजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि ग्रन्थगीताय ग्रन्थगेयाय ग्रन्थान्तरात्मने गीतलीनाय गीताश्रयाय गीतवाद्यपटवे गीतचरिताय गायकवराय गन्धर्वप्रियपते कायकाधीनविग्रहाय गङ्गाजलप्रणयपते गौरीस्तनन्दनाय गौरीहृदयनन्दनाय गौरभानुसुताय गौरीगणेश्वराय गौरीप्रणयाय गौरीपवनाय गौरभावाय धीमहि सहस्राय नो वर्धनाय नो मनोभाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि प्रजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि प्रजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि
The co-curricular activities have earned out to cut the all other trees and leave the crooked tree alone because he cannot use it. So both the functions we have to face. Do you want to know? Stay on and find out as Spelling Public School presents the crooked tree. they lose control over themselves and greed. I think this money thing is bad, but it has nothing to do with me, so it's not my problem. Everyone's problem. You can survive? Yes, of course. I have nothing to do with two-legged mammals or their money. It's my shape I'm worried about. You are wrong. They cut this for money. Money? But why? I have heard from the rich that they earn more money. They call themselves rich. Yes, and they cut wood to make it from money. Now do you see the two-legged mammal largest? How strange creatures they are! It's listening and we are in trouble. The two-legged are coming behind forever. They cut their feet, they chop their fingers, so much dividing they see. It's so sad. Other people put the meat on your back. They were all I thought I had problems, but now I see there are many problems in the world. Many problems. We are not alone at all. We must not talk about problems, but talk their solutions. No, first we have to acknowledge that there is a problem. You acknowledge that there is a problem. Very good. You see some people get sick by taking the problem in the first place, and when the problem is treated, people are scared and that fear turns into dread. Then they need to follow any leader who promises to lead them to safety. That sounds complicated. It's simple. Create the problem. Create, and promise safety. Everyone wants safety, so the people will do anything. The leader says no for being left to safety, not only me, but another finger makes also teaching. Oh, giraffe, tell me about your experience. It's a foolproof way to lead a nation astray. This can't be true. Leaders can't be so unfaithful. Look around you. Open your eyes. Nations are being manipulated. People are being enslaved for money, for power, for great power. But what is the solution to come out of this situation? Is it so easy to find solutions? The solution is simple but complicated. Easy to understand, hard to implement. The solution is open your eyes and follow the laws. Open your eyes, follow the laws. rustling of my leaves mesmerizes. What was that? That is noise. It floats our ears. It has spoken of our sleep. It scares our cheeks. We cannot play and enjoy. But who makes this noise? Why in the school? The two they have made them alive to stay with the noise. It makes them Why do they make this noise? Do they not like the soothing sounds of nature and water around? They call it progress. They say it makes them better. Better at what? Better at killing the earth, I think. They do not realize that noise disturbs the mind. But isn't progress supposed to be growth? It makes not only humans, but the rest of the world too. Other animals, birds, and aquatic animals, even the trees noise creates negative vibrations. Negative vibration, sacred trees which give shelter, food and which are the life of this forest, it weakens the tree and kills them. So we should stop the noise.
and grandparents. I hope you've enjoyed the show. I'd love you to give them a big round of applause. In a very simple way, a lot of things have been put across. We do not realize how much peer pressure there is. I mean, we feel it. So these little ones feel it more. So that is why the story of the crooked tree in today's world, where each one of us aims for perfection in more the way we look or the way we dress rather than in the way we think. It's time to take a pause and understand what progress really means. Does it mean taking away the peacock's feathers or cutting down the trees or expanding and colonizing everything around us? So always time to pause, to think. Look at the global warming. Look, it's only Feb and we're all sweating away. I wonder what the summer is going to bring. So time to pause, time to think. And also when it comes to our children, I always feel that the theme that was there was celebrating diversity. The difference is in knowing each of our students, each of our children is so diverse and yet so unique in their own special way. And sometimes we just get carried away by numbers, by what expectations we have. Let us find our child, find the best in him or her, and see how we can make that child so strong that no bully can ever terrorize our little one. And the child grows up to be a global citizen, sensitive to so many issues, and is also able to bring solutions. They talked about what our leaders are and how each one of us is frightened by the problems we face. There is no end to our problems. Problems are a part of life. It is in trying to find the solutions that we try to make our children think, and we hope that they will find the solutions to the problems that seem enormous at the moment. I thank you for being part of this partnership. I thank you for all the support at every step, and let us go forward and hope our children achieve their potential and become wonderful human beings. Sorry. To end today's assembly, we have a little different effort. As we said, we were teaching the children about the differently abled, about the ones who can't hear and the ones who can't speak. So they have brought forward a little innovation, but I'll leave it to the children for that. Thank you once again for being here this afternoon. Wish you all the best. God bless. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now it is time to acknowledge the talent of our brilliant bodies. I request them to come and introduce themselves. It is a thought for them, as they were the ones who brought life to this drama.
My name is Shweta. Aravaga, Aravadia, Ayush, Atal, Ayanvi, Navugal, Sierra, Manya Jain, Silvanikor, Nitya Vasudev, Risha Jindal, Dasha Rola, Arvind Kaur, Ashwika Sarkar, Kriti Gupta, Amir Chainar, Reni Kujala, Tisha Mittal, Kanchi Jain, Abhiraj Singh, Pranav Jain, and I request you all to rise up for the national anthem. Some of the children will depict the national anthem in sign language.
Punjab Singh
distribution match.